Good morning. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday. I think it's still Thursday. Rather, it's now Thursday. Get my mute button in the right spot. The cable is not being agreeable today. All right. I think I got it. Oh, missing a couple things. Actually, not too cold today. Really nice yesterday. There we go. Almost there. That and one more. So today we're going to be doing some more Warp and Terra. Be good? No, I heard it too. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, something's got the goats going around already today. I don't know what's going on. And yes, I have goats. Why not? Our best goat's about to give birth. And that'd be great, because then she'll be in milk again. There we go. Got it. So in this case, I was curious, because yesterday we hit an error. I can scroll up far enough, maybe. Here it is. Unexpected end of file. A request body. Let's see if I can reproduce that real quick. I'm going to come back over here. I'm just going to reload this, actually. Reload. Seemed to do it. There we go. So now we don't have a file selected down below. We hit save. All right, it says the warp was empty. Look back here, saying field was empty. Fine. Okay. And then do it again. Go back to the browser, hit back. Now if we choose an image, which I will choose, so we're going to drag and drop the image. There we go. Save. Looks like it actually worked. Hold on. I was not expecting that. And drag and drop that again. Network tab. Save. Huh. Actually worked. Where's our post? There's the post. Rams. Nice. That's not a very large post body. That. But it worked. Okay, and let's see what the server thought of it. Server's okay. Well, that's good. All right. Because if that's going to work, then I think we have a clear path on the rest of what we're going to do. Kind of new. New doesn't work yet. See that? Oh, we could change. Oh, not found? Oh, see new, not found. Lovely. Alright. First though, go back to the C. And if we just hit save, get the field image was empty error. Let's fix that. What are we doing here? This is the persist form file. And this we only do string. Why do we have an option here? I see. So in this case, what we're expecting is that if we're able to get the field from the hash map, the name of the file, or whatever this is, the field that we expect the file name to be. I think it's the form field name, actually. Form field. I call it file or, oh no, call it image. But it's actually finding that in the hash map. It probably shouldn't. I see. Now, one of the things that I did earlier was I left it on there, actually, to simplify the code elsewhere. But it probably also means that we have to change something here, which would be a length check. I need to see if the file has any data in it. It's DB, oh, that's the database record. We'll do the field if field dot data dot I agree. Yeah, the multi-line logger might fit better. Change that in a moment. I absolutely agree. What was field.data? Field.data is the bytes mute, I think. So if it's not empty, then we actually do this. And alto. Morning. Ah, yes. So if it is empty, if it's not empty, I guess we should do it if it is empty. And filter it down. Okay. Oh, come on, Vim. So this is just going to be a none. Oh, color conf. There we go. So one thing I did change yesterday was, oh, in C's. I went ahead and gave into the tuple unpack and just wrapping the other handler. Got that cleaned up. But I see kind of one of the things I actually liked about tactics was you could just ask it for certain things, and it would figure out where they were. Should just work as a function. Well, this is a tuple with 3 items, and this is not taking it. Oh, it should just work as a function instead of the. Okay, let's try it. Well, the edit I think is async, right? Because this one here is async and has to be async for this to work up here. Oh, untuple 1 should do it. That'd be awesome. It removes the outer tuple. I see. But yeah, the whole bit about matching the output of this one with the input of that, just in order to reuse it, is weird. I remember in ActX you could just say, I want to receive this input, and it would figure out where it came from. And that was nice. That was nice. Oh, it's at runtime. I see, and this is compile time? Of course. Using that type map. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, of course, and that's also why we'd have to run it in order to figure out if it's going to work. No, I'd rather have the compile time error, even if I have to feed types through. I'd rather know that it's correct because the compiler tells me it's correct. I I work with enough stuff that's dynamic at runtime. I don't need any more of that. All right. Set up new. Do I not have new? Oh, sort of like the Tokyo I/O test thing. That's cool. Declarative test environment. Nice. I was thinking of actually building out that proxy we'd been talking about. Well, that the chat had been talking about the other day. Maybe that's in the Discord. About something that would just record stream and make it possible that you could record it in that declarative syntax, just drop it in, or replay it. That'd be handy. Oh, nice. Supervisor. And give it a file to replay from. Oh, yeah, replay. You know, I didn't see that in your crate. But I guess that makes sense because no. It's you have that set up so that instead of the Easy Connect stuff, you can actually give it an async read write object. Yeah, remember that now. Looks like I already have edit. Just looking for the new stuff in here. Oh, here it was. It's this guy. Take that out of there, drop it at the bottom here, and technically I'm just going to get rid of that. It's really, I want something more like this. That goes away. The encoder is also separate. Oh, okay. Non-async one for doing the standard file. Like simulating the bot. I'd love to do that for the server too. I'd love to just record all the traffic going in and out of it so that I can basically replay a session that has a bug in it. I think that'd be really, really handy. Might actually just be C. Oh, funny. You draw. Yeah. Sorry, I should have looked before. It is just C. There is no context. We do not take an ID here. For the recorder, you can just subscribe to the raw event. Ah, I see. Write that out. That makes sense. Let's come back up to the top. Where we are registering these elements. It's technically edit. Doesn't need the DB. I'm gonna go ahead and remove those elements. Same thing with strip that out of there. Oh, it does. It does. My mistake. Which one doesn't need the DB? Is it just new? Actually, I think it's kind of unusual for something not to need the database here. I see. Yeah, it keeps it with it just for that reason. Yeah, I think at least early on, having like a day's worth of logs, and then being able to replay everything, be very, very handy. In the past, I've worked through servers like this, and they end up with some complicated, say, quest logic or um, combat logic, whatever it is. And then going through and being able to replay just some of it is very, very helpful. There we go. Rid of the other DB stuff. Oh. Did I mess up the list function? Yeah, I tried to over and over again. Okay. Here's the new function. Also, it doesn't need the database constraint on it. It's not taking that argument. Wonder how much of these elements I have to change. Which I don't see much in here that needs to be changed. That might be good. Ooh, panic not found. Hmm. That error could be better. All we did was try to load the templates. This looks like exactly the same thing I've been doing before. And technically I don't really care about the MIO trace or the Tokyo one. What happened? Oh, I'm in the wrong directory. Oh my goodness. That's one thing that I have not gotten used to, just being able to run that from any of the subdirectories. What if it's too smart there? I am using relative paths and not absolute paths, so that can help. Oh. Exact path should not contain a slash. Okay. What should they contain? Let's try that then. Let's use. I still need the slash in there. There we go. That should do it. Interesting that it actually caught that at runtime. Hmm. Okay. Now it's listening. We have C's. Click on this new button at the top. Hey, renders. It's hot. And happens to look exactly like the other one. Ooh, method not allowed. I didn't think about that. Oh, we just didn't get there yet. Let's create. Yes. Okay, some of this is getting on my nerves, like the ordering of this, where these elements actually are. Okay. It's kind of the root of it. We start to register everything. New, edit, update. I think we need these two. Oh, no, we do need, well, edit we already have, but create we do need. That's what we were just trying to call. New, create, edit, and update. And we have the list, good. We have edit, edit and update. New with create. It's strange that it thinks that this is the same function. Shoot, you're in the browser. For our handlers, we have list. Not sure I like this pattern. Let's see. To update. Good. It's new. What about create? Disambiguated with super. Alright. And in the create, we probably want to do a redirect to where the edit location of this thing is. So after you hit the save button, it puts to the API. That'll redirect you to being able to edit it. So you can actually see it. Yeah, see, it's right here. Where this super here is pulling everything in. We do that, and actually that might be a better way to go, not to have that. Let's just pull in some of those. Okay, what don't you want down here? A couple of these. Some of those. There we go. The mod routes and mod handlers. I like that idea. Because these are kind of the routes up here, aren't they? And then at the top level you use routes foo and then handler foo, so forth. You build a server. I see. Let's try that. So the routes would be all of these elements, wouldn't they? Hey, look. The browser. Responding to work buddy. Just one moment. Okay. Take a look. I see, so this is server routes. Routes. Yeah, like that. Actually, in your example here, handlers, I see it's for me because I have so many more routes. Probably want to namespace those because yours is kind of namespace by what song. Your code is so clean. All right, to the code. Degenerate. Oh, and his unit test. I'd like to get to the point where I'm unit testing this piece here. I don't. Yeah, those are nice. All right, first I just want to get the whole thing converted. Whole Actix web to Forge or to warp. Okay. Oh, what was I doing? Mm, oh, that's right. No, most of these. Put in there. This one can move too. It's kind of the main one. Oh, that's surprising. Where do I actually register that? Oh, and Forge AP. There we go. C's. I don't know. That's where it should be. Here. Huh. Don't like that so much. C's route C's. What's a better name for that? C's routes register. Build. Index. Because it's really the whole list of them, right? This is a giant list of ores. It's going to be this API or this one or this one or this one. Me. API? Oh, API is nice. Oh, it's API. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, and that's probably not public. Oh, it calls it API? Okay. It's nice. So we now have those kind of isolated. That's nice. Almost put these in their own file, kind of separate, because there's also this update C thing, which is slightly different. Post method get path, apply, and API. I see. Almost feels like we have one extra kind of module in here, and this is gonna the bit that gets glued into the rest of it. It's here we call update C in our handler. So handler update calls update C and does some other stuff. And this doesn't really do any kind of handler stuff. It's given the database, UUID, the form fields. The form field stuff, that's kind of iffy, but the rest of it really doesn't know that it's in Actix web. Or Actix, I mean warp. It doesn't know that it's in warp. App, yeah. App code, business logic. What else do they call that? They call that, I'm trying to remember the Phoenix framework name for that. They have context? Do they call it context? Does it have model? Huh. But yeah, app's better than what we currently have. Application business data layers. The common tiers for layered architecture. That will also clean up some of this. Separating those out a bit. Service and persistence. Okay. Seems reasonable. Where is Creed C coming from? I know this is the Actix code, but I uncommented. What am I using for auto completion? Conqueror of completion. So this is NeoVim, and it's using Conqueror of completion with the COC host analyzer. Actually, I don't remember the name of the link for that. It's basically that setup. I also have the dot files posted. I don't remember my my own little commands there. Oh, is it just... Did it stop running? That's interesting. It seems to stop after a while. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, that's been a while. I wonder why it stopped. Can it actually connect? It can. But after a while, it just doesn't. Oh yeah, well, we built a Twitch bot, what, Sunday? Sunday, Monday? Something is blocking? Strange. I wonder what that would have been, though. it should just be the regular Tokyo main scheduler. No, I think it's the multi-threaded one. You have to, I think it's multi by default. Otherwise, you have to be explicit. Run resolve look like? Let's take a look. Oh, if you use the RT, but it is if sure. Actually, I don't know if I did that. Cargo. Tokyo features full with macros. It should work fine on a single thread. I see. Where is that? Wait. I think it just... Most of this is pretty much copy-pasted verbatim from your example. Here it is. Doesn't use any tasks. Let's see. I thought it was the example on the full homepage. Oh, no, not Tokyo chat, Twitch chat. .093, okay. No, I think I took that from the 093 documentation. What did I do? There wasn't any of those. It was in the repository, the examples here. This one. Or here. Oh, I see. Had a lot of comment. Yeah, it's actually really nice. Okay, but back here. It is running on a Raspberry Pi. I don't know if there's anything else that would cause it to block on the Pi. I don't think so. Keep going up. I could run this. Where did it die? Here. I could run this with more logging. You want to see MIO stuff just to see, because this isn't actually the first time it froze. It freezes every day. Is it over Wi-Fi? It is. Yeah, it's just fine. Here, let's start it up with a little bit more. Let's see. I don't think Tokyo actually gets listed in here, does it? Actually, the MIO stuff isn't in there either. Templates is picking up, so it's getting the templates. That's good. Tokyo's not there. Okay. Might not be using MIO on the RPI. Oh, interesting. It's running a Linux. I wonder why it wouldn't be running. I'm using the Raspberry Lite. Yeah, that section there. Did you see any of those ePrint lines? No, it was. Oh, let's double check before too far away from that. What was it? It was here. I don't know. Ah, here. Because the time was really high. No, it got a little thing. Hey, we're playing such and such. And then it said goodbye. Actually, is this from today? Might actually be today. Looks like it. Probably this morning. After I started up this morning. Interesting. Oh, does the chat room go away when that happens? Oh, the servers go down. I see. Interesting. Back to where we were on that. Oops. Foreground. There we go. Yay. Oh, the new example in the README is less weird. All right. Okay, let me know if you want me to add any logging or debugging or anything. The current setup, it just it reproduces this like clockwork, but it is like every day. It takes like 24 hours or something. And alerts you when it breaks. Oh, okay. Disconnect from Frank. Close that term. Previous. Okay, back to where we were. It's not at the same time. No, it's happened after about 10,000 seconds, and that one was just about to roll past the 5-digit mark. That one was 90 something seconds, and I've seen it happen after about 12,000. So I wouldn't say there's any predictability to it. Oh, it's connected via Ethernet. Interesting, yes. I don't know if... I'll keep an eye on that. And it's hard for me to actually tell whether or not that thing's actually losing connection. Actually Velcro to the router. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, let's do that. No. There we go. New terminal on the Pi. There we go. Should probably delay that and do it like every 10 seconds or something. Oh, what is it? Ping. Oh, I for interval. There. And even my uplink from my router is actually it's not a hard wire, it's also radio. Checking my environment variables. Yeah, the environment variables aren't involved with it. Oh, to have a timestamp. That'll work. Oh, used an environment variable for Wi-Fi? No, I've got that in a file somewhere. Let's do that again. There we go. Actually, assemblies are not bad ping times. For me, anyways. There I go again. Close too many terminals. There we go. That's what happens when you're in TMUX. Morning, Nomad. How's it going? Oh, really? I didn't roast by a FreeBSD guy. RTSS. What is this? Relative timestamp for stuff. Oh, that's interesting. How do you do that? Oh, I see. From the start. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. Huh. That is a cool little setup. It runs freebsd.org. Does he have anything else? Seen that dog before. Ah, okay. All right. Yeah. Huh, interesting. I've never needed to do like a word count of something that's huge. Oops, where were we? It's cool though. Okay, so we have register paths, API. Make sure that we got API set up correctly in here. Yes, there it is. Planning on making it to use a Unix domain socket. Really? What would be the benefit in that? Oh, what about stats? That's cool. I see. That's. I was talking to my friend the other day about the difference between different programming circles. groups, basically. And how, like, normally all day long I do JavaScript, right? Basically just web dev stuff. But I have this other background in that, I used to do C, used to do C++, and I kind of got into Erlang and web dev stuff and whatever. And the concerns in each of the groups is so different. You talk to the Ruby group or the JavaScript group about, like what they're working on, and you see like the crates that they're building, the packages, I don't know, the gems and the packages that they're building. And they're so high level. You get into like the Rust group and they're like, well, I did this, but it took me like I still have 2 allocations in there that it's actually doing, and I'm gonna go work it. Like the concerns that they have are so different. It's amazing. I've really enjoyed spending a little bit more time in a lower level language than what I do day gig. You get disappointed when you see stuff run in milliseconds, to be honest. Like your HTTP get for brain. I gotta check and see, because one of our APIs, my my buddy at work was redoing. He went from doing like a long time. He was an assembly engineer, did all sorts of stuff. Now he's doing Ruby with Rails stuff, and I got him into Rust. He said it's so nice. It's so nice. He really likes it, and I'm just expecting that the API that he's redoing in Rust is going to be incredibly less resource consuming than the Rails endpoint. I hope we're going to be able to keep it. I mean, at the moment, I've basically told our boss that, it's just kind of an exercise. We want to see what the differences are and stuff like that. And we'll see. Yeah, Rust has been a pleasure. I think, I've gotten to the point where I start to anticipate some of the borrower errors. And like, this is going to be an error here later. Like one of these things like that. Like, well, it's going to take that there and it's not going to be available here. Or you'll see that, oh, you know what? I really don't need this last clone on either of these. Actually, yeah, let's get rid of that. Just, yeah, because I'll still let the borrow checker tell me that it's an error because I'm not convinced. Like there's something still where I want that confirmation. Oh, the probably shouldn't work, but it does. Right. All right. Well, that was a fun aside. Oh yeah, you learned the Rust before NLL was stable. I'd still like to know those to be able to understand that better because basically I think I'm developing like an intuition around it and not really like a deep understanding around it. So that's calling handlers crate. All right, and this is going to be very much like edit, to be honest. Let's just go pull the edit. Oh, you know what? It's not going to be like edit. It's going to be similar but different. So in this case, edit. We're not going to have a UUID. It's going to create a new UUID. What you expect is slightly different, yeah. Actually, should have been more like update, shouldn't it? Because we need the form fields. Templates, the database stuff. Basically, all that goes away. It's not entirely wrong. Well, I might not be smart. Let's make sure that create has that on it. It doesn't. It needs this here. I think this is basically the old create C code. It's form fields. Oxrar. Good morning, Oxrar. I mean, I read that as a 0. Is that a 0? How's it going? I'm doing all right. Oh, that's right. We don't have DB pull in here. This is just going to be DB. Oops. It's not even a reference. Just take that. No, I don't do pickup lines. I've been married for 20 years. No, thank you. So I'll await that. Insert. Going to insert. So I'll do an await on that as well. All right, in this case, we also need to make sure that we get the C back. Let new C is equal to that. Get rid of this. In this case, we might actually persist. Oh, can't get C's directory. Was it in handlers? Yeah, it shouldn't be in handlers. Like form fields into that. Oh, that's funny. So if we're able to persist the image, then we need to save it to the database. Alt set image. You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing that's already there. So that should be the return value. Wouldn't it be a parameter? I guess it depends. Are you calling the function, or as if has the function been called? Is one's an argument, one's a parameter? No, I guess they're kind of blurred nowadays. But what did they used to be? I thought an argument was something that you pass to a function, and a parameter was something that is inside the function body. Or do I have that backwards? Args are what you pass, yeah. Okay. Path buff. And I think that's the same for all languages. I think Python's any. I don't think Python's special in that way. I think that you can pass a variable as an argument. Ooh, to infallible, yes, that's right. Probably be rejection. Oh, more projection. Oh, that's right. Um, to forge error, question mark, there we go. And now for a redirect. How in the world do you do a redirect in warp? Warp reply redirect path. Cool. That sounds really simple. Warp reply. Modules, redirect. And it's probably temporary, isn't it? Because it's a new creation. As location, that's an interesting trait. I do wish that there were links to those elements. I really miss that. Oh, probably something I could help with. Because the first thing I want to ask is, well, what can I pass? Oh, they're unstable. I see. All right. Looks like you can pass a URI from static. URI probably works. All right, well, that's back to the code. Say, and does temporary return some of the impulse replies, so I still have to wrap that in an OK. And I need the CID. Now, it's not going to be from static for this. In fact, I have a little system I'm trying to use for some of this. My paths object, should be able to ask it what was it? Oh shoot. How did that work again? I think it's 307. 301, or basically some browsers actually aggressively cache the non-307 redirect. So 307 versus like a 301. A 301, you're going to have issues if you ever need to update a redirect. It usually only happens on a get though. But still, I think the idea is that it's temporary and it probably wouldn't ever cache the redirect that happens from a post or a put. Basically anything that's not a get. But still. Above that's 10 p.m. Some browsers yeah, they're quirky. Oh, I see, with header. Oh. That's simple then. Okay. Let's go back to C's. Because I have basically, if we look at the base template with this URL 4 thing, and it takes a hash map, really. Because the way that Terra handles function calls in this case is it actually passes these arguments, like this named arguments, as hash maps. So what I've done is I've created kind of a structure where you can call URL4, you give it a path. In this case, it might be like a C new, or actually C, and then probably an ID equals, and whatever the UUID is. I'd like to use kind of the same system, so I'm not updating the URLs in multiple places throughout the app. You can see in this case, I register something where, yes, I register C, and if you pass ID to it, get that out of it. I don't know if I want to do the same thing. I mean, it's silly because all I really want is that. But in principle, I just don't want to have that in two places in the app. Register could call something else. I could make this like a C URL or something. It's silly, but yeah. Hmm. There we go. Where is URI? So you are HTTP URI or hyper URI. Oh, it's exported in warp as well. Oh, of course, HTTP is re-exported. Okay. From oh, I can try from string. Great coding. Thank you for the follow. Ah, yes, that's a result now. Ooh. Actually, let's do this in a different way. We just return a URI from that, from the other function. think it's path and query to unwrap. HTTP create is rather complete. Yeah, I was thinking that I should probably just pull that in. Stringly type things. I get that this will probably validate the path that I'm going to give it and ensure that it's correct. I appreciate that. But seems like it might be a little bit of overkill. Go back there. There we go. Path and query is going to be path build, not unwrap. Actually, what is... So we have builder. Okay, that returns the URI. Got it. Headers are 100% annoying. It's a lot of oddly specific rules. Oh, interesting. See, that's awesome. I love Rust for that. They are concerned about things on a completely different level. Actually, here, say comparison. I go over to one of my little web projects here. I'm not going to do it on the screen. I'm just going to do an npm install. It's going to take it a minute. But when it's done, it's going to tell me the security stuff. Because, you know, recently, within the past year or two, security in the npm world has become a thing. Or rather, much more of a thing. Here it goes. It has 39,472 vulnerabilities. 39,441 are considered low. 29 moderate. And 2 high, which are probably bugs that I have to go fix. You gotta access webs. Yeah, it's been fixed. There's a cargo plugin that can do security. Oh, interesting. How does Rust do those security audits? I'm kind of curious. We're gonna toss this in a way. Yeah. That'll do its thing. Community based. Interesting. Crate bound path and query. Not satisfied because the requirements for string. My goodness. That's cool. I'm guessing that there's more code supporting like the legacy server than I have in my little dinky web project that has the 39,000 warnings. Oh, cargo Geiger. Oh, that's cool. Geiger. They're Geiger counters. Should probably borrow that so it can. Oh. But I looked at the documentation and it showed a string. Actually, or I builder new. Oh, I need try from and scope. Why? Ambiguous associated type. Actually, let's check this one. Okay, top one, fine. Yeah, I get that Terra thing. But the path and query though. Huh, interesting. Path and query center convert from borrowed strings not satisfied. Wants a slice? Oh, I see. Yeah, that I haven't gotten. I don't know. It just isn't there yet for me. You prefer Astro over the slice syntax, though? Yeah, do too. It's just it seems like a lot of things want the slices, and it's not obvious when something wants a slice versus other, especially in a case like this. It's T, path and query, try from T, path and query there. probably better in the actual documentation of the HTTP stuff, but you looked up the try from there. Ah, I see. Okay. And here I have URI, and if I look up URI, yeah, it seems like it would be simple. That should just be there. From string. So now that I have a string, now I have another need where I don't, oh, here, path inquiry. So really I just want this piece of it, so I'll just call path inquiry off of it. As stir. What a parse. Interesting. Oh, where did you see that? Ah, from stir equals parse. I didn't know that. That's neat. That's really good to know. Let's try that. Just that it's there. Oh, that's funny. Oh, of course. Well, C is. Oh, I see, but it's a, oh, what is that? Parse. Primitive stir, parse. Parses a string into another type. So general can cause problems with type interference. Turbofish, okay. Oh. I see. So really I want a path and query. I don't want a URI here. I want a path and query. But then down below, I guess that's okay. But this here, the temporary redirect takes a URI. Yeah. Forget it. Oh. Actually, I don't know where that is in warp. Should be header location, okay. Warp, HTTP header, warp, HTTP status code, I think. get rid of that, toss that in there. That's reply. I lost the chat. Yeah, I was just going to go back to the string. Oh, no. Okay, that should just be reply with header. And with header wands, string. It's expecting that. Oh, CURL is incorrect though. Should just be a string. Template's not used there. That's correct. Go back up to create. Now need with templates then. Our templates there. Example for and string stir. Yep. Five types of string. Right from here. Okay. Need to close some of these. Wait, can I just tag them? No, I can't. Wow. Close them all. Give it a cargo check. Okay, let's run it. Or API it. That deals with strings, yes. Yes, it does deal with strings. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the browser for a moment. I'm gonna create a new one. Actually, we should make sure that works. Okay, click there, fine. A new. Oh, thank you. Oh, method not allowed. Oh, seriously. Again. Yes, it should be a post, not a put. Oh, goodness. Post. Yeah, I'm actually getting that set up. It's funny because it actually fell out of a conversation that I was having with my wife, who has moments of dyslexia. And we were doing something, and I think we were like going on a walk or something, and she started to jog and said booster rockets, but it came out rooster buckets, and I just loved it. It was awesome. It was something like that. It was funny though. Okay, I changed one line in the file here. That's not a put anymore, of course. Why would it be a put? It's a post. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna hit save again. Oh, and it redirected us. Look at that. Yeah, rooster buckets. Bok. Like rock. Bok. Bok, bok, bok. And now we have the boiling sea. Awesome. Oh my goodness. I think we're starting to get some good patterns here. There's still some stuff that needs to be cleaned up. Actually, that's a good kind of commit point, get status. I can do API testing. That's true, I could. Ah. So what changed in DB models? Oh, just serialized for that. That's right. Because the way that Terra works is it actually serializes elements in order to have them available to be used in the templates. It's kind of weird. What did I change in there? Good. Oh, yeah, that's old stuff. So git add environment cargo.lock DB stuff. Yes, we'll want that. Forge stuff. Oh, I took that out. I wonder why. because the stuff, the tests do their own migrations now. There we go. Oh, I just got a notification that this finished. Must have finished a long time ago, actually. Um, let's do that. Let's do a cargo audit. CD source legacy server legacy. One vulnerability found. One warning. Not too bad. Let's take a look. May drop uninitialized instance for arbitrary types. Oh, fancy. I have no idea which version of this I'm using. Okay. Criticism here. It's not clear within like the first page that like what crate you're actually talking about. I have to like look down here to even see which crate it is. Like I knew it was like the image one, but still, what's in the title? Image? Image. Oh. That's so generic. Oh my goodness. I thought the crate. Oh, I guess the crate is image, even though the repo is image rs. Okay, no, they're fine. Just having a moment. Different color, something. Or just have it separate. Why does it need to be in the title? I guess it's fine, but eh. This is cool though. Okay, so let's see. How do we fix that? Submit a PR, yes. Yes. That'd be cool. Let's see, where is there a Git repo? I don't think I'm actually doing much with this. Noise is using image? Oh, I see. This is for... look. Oh, I see. And image is optional. Am I actually using? Oh, look, they updated it to Godot 23, but didn't publish. All right, let's see if we can do this without default image, without image. I don't think we need it. In fact, I know on this machine I don't need it because I don't use that on this machine. Yeah, back to the code. Let's toss the default features false on there. There we go. Ah, that's better. It's interesting that this actually has support for image. So I'm not using it that way. So I just get the noise and then feed that to the PNG exporter that I'm using. That's how the SIMD noise stuff works. And the only reason I'm using Noise RS is because SIMD noise doesn't work on the Raspberry Pi. At least not until, Neon intrinsics are finished. Plus doesn't have Neon yet. Why Prometheus is using a spin? Oh, that's a good question, actually. Why is he using it directly? Legacy. Oh, open telemetry stuff? Oh, I see. That's not my Prometheus stuff. That's that Prometheus thing. I see. I didn't realize that open telemetry had a Prometheus piece to it. That's neat. I'm using it really for the Jaeger stuff. Oh, what'd you find? Let's see. Huh. Read-write lock on that. Interesting. Wholesale failure. Thank you for the follow. But they're clearly using standard. Ashram, welcome. Good morning, and thank you for the follow. Well, you're in good company, Ashram. We're we're learning Rust here. Oh, I see. Don't change it if it's not broken. Yeah. Huh. Oh, wow. What am I making? I am making, actually, does that work? Yay. Look at that. Well, we worked on a Twitch bot recently, so I'm trying to use it. But I'm making a kind of a game server. It's has some server-side components, some client-side components. But generally, it's a universe built of islands, and you kind of explore, build things out. Um, it's fun. Let's. So why isn't that going? Okay. There it goes. Okay. Oh, your first systems language. Oh, just what languages are you familiar with? Let's see. So something that Museum was using was Recover. He's using Recover on some of his stuff. I haven't used Recover at all. Might be nice to figure that out. So on some of these, let's see which one could actually fail. Create could fail. We do a recover like that. Okay. All right. So in that case, just gonna toss something in here for a moment. Actually, let's just do this. So now what are you doing here actually? So error.find. So they have this rejection and we're looking for type inside of it. Interesting. I hadn't. What is this magic? So how does find work on error? Is this a common thing? Error's rejection. Wow, and find just exists on error? Oh, because it's an iterator, and yes, result has that. Oh, that's the wrong find. Yeah. Oh, rejection is a custom find. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. That's neat. Let's reply, and we did have that already. I know, that was your thing. I see, and then we can convert that to whatever we want, or else server error, and then reply that. Why did it jump up there? That was weird. I saved and it went to the top of the file. It's cool. Let's go to the error, forge error, and we'll impl that. Let's see this product. Do I have a capital? Why? Oh, I see. You have a JSON formatted reply. That's what you're using. Right, because the temple replies are different. Yeah, in fact, I don't think I need this. Like in most of these cases, I'm just gonna dump the error. In fact, I think that's exactly what it's trying to do anyways. So if we go to the browser and we give it something that's not valid, where's this thing? Oh, it's not on. All right, back to the code. I think with any of these, it's always just going to be an internal server error. Oh, interesting. Really, I was just going to make sure I got an internal server error. What does this want? Actual reply. I wouldn't do this if this was external facing. I would actually include as little information as possible or bounce them to a oops page. But this is really just an internal tool. Yeah. Oh, I see. Hmm. It's interesting that you have user errors and server errors. I don't think I really distinguish between the two. Hmm. Yeah, I could see like using some sort of banner at the top and refilling in the form or something. Hey, you didn't do this right. Good luck. Okay, but this I think is probably close enough. Yeah, you're using a JSON. True. anything else that needs to be cleaned up in here? This can go away. Gone. What else? Oh, actually, I don't think we tested this. Make sure that works. Okay, it did. Good. And if we save, takes us there. If we go back, C, create a new one. Foo, test, C. Save it. It doesn't have an image. That's okay. They don't need to have images. It can just be placeholder stuff. Also C on there. Click save. It works. Good. Okay. One thing I want to kind of unify is the URLs. I'm going to put this kind of up here. C URL function. C's URL. Uh, oh shoot. In the browser. Been doing so well today. All right. So extracting those out just for consistency. This Terra to value thing is interesting. Terra has to be able to return this. Let's see, what is their value type? Interesting. Strings. That should just work then. This is a normal result, I think. Yeah, core result. So really, that just needs to be a string. No? Why not? Can I do into on it? That's better. Oh, you can use box expression. One day in the past and one day in the future. Why'd they get rid of it? Oh, I see. In favor of the wrapping types. Ah, I see. That works okay. This isn't so bad now. I thought there was also a closure function where you could say like into box future or something. Oh, that's a future, isn't it? All right. Ah, the boxed, yes, Futures EXT has that. Let's see. Well, I actually have, I've got to get going soon. But I think we've gotten this to a good enough place where we'll probably do some of the conversions of the other management pages tonight after work. So that we don't have to go through all of the just kind of monotonous changes there. But gotta get the tractor prepped for a neighbor, so still have to take the chains off of it and stuff. Either gonna make a little a motorbike course on their space there. Well, this has been good. I'm gonna go get that prepped. Should probably get a raid going. See. Oh, Lime Die is actually doing some Rust stuff today. I'm gonna head his direction. I also enjoy watching him do the lightsaber stuff. He's pretty amazing with that. Also seems to be pretty good at Rust as well. So, thank you all. Sorry I'm not going as long as I usually do. I got a couple of those things I got to get fixed up for the neighbor. Which I'll definitely keep our social distancing. We'll just wave at each other from like 100 yards away or something. But until next time, see y'all.